I would never have dreamed a day would come when I could gaze down upon all of Allrest. Though I must confess, the sheer height sets my fur on end somewhat.
Master, tell me, what do you feel standing here?
We are standing at an incredible altitude here. The thought of what would happen if the World Tree were to collapse, it has troubled me more than once.
Why say such scary things? Now you mention, tree very thin for so tall structure, not seem very stable.
If the tree did fall, I expect none of us would survive, would we?
The chances of impact with Allrest from our current location seem very small. On lower levels of the tree, such as where you faced Almalthus and Jin, the structure could indeed topple. But this is outer space. We are in orbit above Allrest's atmosphere. Even if the World Tree itself were to collapse, our current location would most likely hold its position.
Your claims are difficult to comprehend.
That good though! If we stay from here, even if tree topples, that is load off Tora's mind.
In that event, though, how would we return to Allrest?
Meh. KOS-MOS, you have answer to that too, right?
Either we would remain in orbit for all eternity, or we would break free and fly off into outer space.
Either way, then, this place would become our grave.
Precisely.
Tora maybe wants to go home now.
Do not worry. I will do all I can to avoid such a situation transpiring. Protecting drivers is my duty as a blade.
Tora not actually real driver though, just nop-on boy.
I will protect you after I have ensured the safety of Rex, Mia, Mòrag, and Zeke.
Meh. Fifth in line?
If you wish to be treated as top priority, I suggest you turn to Poppy instead.
KOS-MOS too cruel.
You can be quite amusing at times, KOS-MOS.
Really? I was merely expressing the factual state of affairs.
I appreciate that, but that's part of what makes it so funny.
View here, pretty amazing.
I would never have dreamed a day would come when I could gaze down upon all of Allrest. Though I must confess, the sheer height sets my fur on end somewhat.
Master, tell me, what do you feel standing here? Well, the first step would be to launch a satellite into orbit above Allrest.
Yes.
Once the satellite reaches geostationary orbit, it lowers a cable towards Allrest. Next, it extends a weighted cable in the opposite direction.
Intriguing.
By alternately extending the two, eventually the downward cable will reach the surface. Next, a device can be attached to this cable to carry materials to the satellite.
Yes.
And by gradually expanding the scale of the structure, the World Tree begins to take shape.
Tora sort of see what KOS-MOS mean, but mostly sound like nonsense.
Yes. I'm afraid I can barely comprehend it at all.
How do you know all these complex things, KOS-MOS?
That, I don't know myself.
KOS-MOS not know?
Correct. This data exists independently from my ordinary memories. It does not seem to be lost, even when I return to my core crystal. Just as we Blades remember our names when we are newly awakened, this information has always been with me. As such, I cannot say who implanted this information into me, or for what purpose.
So there are some things even you don't know.
Indeed. Perhaps that is my purpose here. To seek the answers I do not have.